Hey everyone, come experience the Weeknd concert with us here at SoFi Stadium. Honestly, this concert was amazing and I can't wait for you guys to watch along in this video. So as you're let in, you see YouTube Theater, which is a place you can see other artists. I've actually seen Logic there, and it's also a place for you to really take in the architecture of the place.
So we officially made it in. We got our wristbands and we're excited. We got the little light up thing. The last time we saw the Weeknd was in Santa Clara and we were so late we didn't even get the light up things, but I'm super excited. They have like all of these really cool things to check out, and I'll show you guys the stage in more videos.
So this tour was kind of like a farewell tour to the Weeknd. Abel is no longer going to be going as the Weeknd, but now as just Abel Tesfaye. And it was really cool for SoFi to set up this area for fans to write little notes to him or just express their love and gratitude. Brandon and I both got the opportunity to sign it. Don't know if he actually saw it, but I still think this is a really cool concept. And it was honestly so heartwarming to see all the EXO fans come together and take a second out of their experience to write a little note to him. As we continue through, you have to track down this long corridor to get to the floor, which honestly was a lot. I did not sign up for a mile for the concert. As we got down the ramp, we saw this really cool setup that they had for everybody that was in the floor section. It's really cool to kind of see like the behind the scenes of what goes on underneath SoFi Stadium. I'm assuming this is where the players go, but this is where they had their merch line set up for anyone to just go and purchase merch without waiting outside in the general line. They had bathrooms, which were really great. They had more than just porta potties, honestly. These bathrooms inside were really equipped setups. They had their own bars, and we got some cocktails. They were really, really good. Mine was really strong. I got the Hurry Up Tomorrow, and Brandon got the Take Me Back to LA. They also had this area where you can get food and visit the Verizon Lounge, which was really nice. And then you made the entrance to the floor. And this was sort of the layup of the stage. It had a smaller stage and then a longer catwalk on the middle and then the both sides as well. And then it was time to get the show started. Playboi Carti came out and did his thing. He had a really, really great set. Everyone was hype. The crowd was hype. He was hype. Even his hype man was hype, obviously. But no, it was just a lot of fun, and being able to experience this on the floor level was definitely a different vibe than I've experienced before. And then he performed Fiend, and I was looking around for Pat McAfee and Michael Cole to come out. If you know, you know. I was hype. And then it was that time. It was time for the Weeknd to come out and do his thing. And honestly, the production of this show overall was incredible. Huge shout out to his team that designed this, that designed the stage setup. I think it was such a different experience than when I saw him for the After Hours tour in Santa Clara. Like, the production level for this was just on a different level. And I really enjoyed being able to experience everything on the floor level and just see him be all out. And honestly, if you have the chance to see the Weeknd or Abel Tesfaye, as he's going to be going by now, I 100% can't recommend it enough. He is such a performer, and he really knows how to bring the crowd into it and get everyone hype and just show love for his fans. And I think that's something that's just really, really beautiful to experience. The crowd at SoFi was so freaking loud. I'd never experienced a fan base be this loud for an artist before, and I've been to a lot of concerts for really big name artists, but the EXO fans, they ride or die, they get down, and this was such a loud stadium that I couldn't even hear anything was going down. My ears were still ringing days after, and even Abel had to acknowledge how loud the crowds were. It was so awesome. And then he brought out Playboy Cardi to do Timeless with him, which was really cool because Playboy Cardi had performed Timeless by himself during his opening set, but to then see him come out with The Weeknd and do it with him was just another level of hype. And honestly, I think I'm gonna start listening to Playboy Cardi now. He's a really good performer, and I really enjoyed his set that I think I want to start listening to his music more. The best part was seeing how close we were to him on this little stage, and he even made eye contact with Brandon a couple times, which was such an amazing experience because Brandon is such a huge fan. Like, he's been listening to The Weeknd since day one, and it was just a really special moment for me to see him become emotional about his favorite artist. One thing that I also really loved is he had these two catwalks on the side of his stage, which really allowed him to interact with all levels of the crowd and the stadium, which you don't really see a lot of people do. They kind of just stay in the middle or stay in the front. So by him developing these areas for him to interact with everybody that purchased a ticket to his show was truly an amazing experience. And he really knows how to work the crowd and get all the fans engaged and make sure that they feel seen and heard, which is really beautiful to witness. And when I tell you this stadium was packed, it was packed. Like, they were not lying. This show was sold out. And it was just great to see all these little wrist lights light up. And I always think it's really cool when fans are able to engage with the show in that way, and artists really want to see how many people are there, because typically it's, with the phone light or something, but having these little wrist lights things, I don't know what you would call them, wrist lights, is truly another experience. Hearing the roar of the stadium from the bottom is honestly really cool. Like, I wonder if that's what the football players hear during a game or something, but I can only imagine what he must have been feeling during this moment and hearing everybody yell and cheer for him. And again, like I said, this stadium was so loud, and it was just awesome. I can't stop saying awesome or amazing experience, because that's really what it was. Like, I've seen Tyler the Creator, I've seen Kali Uchis, I've seen Rex Orange County, I've seen Red Hot Chili Peppers, and I've never experienced the crowd be this loud for somebody before. I mean, usually Tyler's crowd is usually really hype as well, but we're mainly booing or jumping or mosh pitting. And this was a really different experience because everybody was just singing along and chanting. And then when he dropped House of Balloons, everybody went hype. Everybody went crazy, and all the OG EXO fans truly felt seen and heard in that moment. And I know Brandon felt seen and heard in that moment, and he was jumping up and down and going crazy. And I'll just let you guys hear his little scream. And this was the finale of his show. Again, I just cannot express the level of production that was made available for this show. The pyrotechnics were amazing, the lights were amazing, the lasers, the fireworks, everything. And I know I've seen comments about people talking smack about the firework level of SoFi Stadium, but again, it is an enclosed arena, so they can't go all out for it. And then it was time to make the dreaded walk back up this ramp all the way back to the top.
I'm tired of this, Grandpa.
That's too damn bad!
Honestly, it was not the tea after jumping and standing around for the whole concert. And it was a good thing, actually, that we left a little bit before the show ended, because the crowds were coming and it was getting so packed. But nonetheless, it was still a really great time. This was the only downside of being on the floor. And then obviously trying to cut through the crowds was another story. But thanks for watching, everybody. And of course, we had to end the night with a bacon wrapped hot dog.